My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the BCA third semester subject Internet Protocols as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 4 first important short question is Transmission Control Protocol (TCP). TCP is one of the main protocols used on the Internet. It provides reliable and error-free communication between two devices. Think of TCP as a courier service that ensures your parcel reaches safely, in order, and without damage. TCP works on process-to-process communication, meaning it connects applications like WhatsApp, browser web server, etc. Key features of TCP. 1. Connection-oriented. Before sending data, TCP creates a connection using a three-way handshake, SYN, SYNCK, ACK. Example like saying, "Hello, are you there?" before starting a conversation. 2. Reliable delivery. TCP checks if every packet reaches properly. If something is missing, it resends it. 3. In-order delivery. Packets arrive in the same order they were sent. 4. Flow and error control. Ensures the receiver is not overloaded and mistakes in data are corrected. Example. When you download a file, TCP makes sure every byte reaches correctly and in order. Easy memory tip. TCP is equal to telephone call reliable plus connected plus clear delivery. Next important short question is 2. Checksum. A checksum is a simple method used in networking to detect errors in data during transmission. Think of it as a quick health check for data. Before sending a segment, TCP adds all the bits together and creates a small value called a checksum. This value is sent along with the data. When the receiver gets the segment, it performs the same calculation. If both checksum values match, the data is correct. If they don't match, it means the data was damaged or changed during transmission. Simple example. Imagine you are sending a list of numbers to a friend. Numbers is equal to 5, 10, 15, sum is equal to 30. You send the list plus sum, 30. Your friend also adds them. If they also get 30, data is correct. If they get 28, something went wrong. Why checksum is important? Helps detect errors caused by signal issues, noise, or corruption. Ensures reliable communication in TCP. Easy trick to remember. Checksum is equal to data's safety lock checks if data is safe or corrupted. Next important short question is 3. What is error control? Error control. Error control in TCP is a technique used to detect and correct errors that occur when data travels from sender to receiver. Its main job is to make sure the message reaches correctly, completely, and in order. TCP uses two main methods. 1. Error detection. Checksum checks if data is damaged. 2. Error correction. Retransmission. If something is wrong, TCP resends the data automatically. How it works? Simple example. Imagine you send a WhatsApp message. Hello is divided into packets. If one packet gets corrupted due to network issues, the receiver informs, "I didn't get this part properly." TCP then resends only that missing or damaged part. Why it is important? Prevents data loss. Ensures correct communication. Supports reliable apps like banking, browsing, downloads. Easy trick to remember. Error control is equal to detect plus correct. Just like your teacher checking your notes and asking you to correct mistakes, TCP checks data and fixes errors automatically. Next important short question is 4. Timers in TCP. Timers in TCP are like stopwatches used to manage how long TCP should wait for a response. They help maintain reliable and smooth communication between sender and receiver. If something takes too long, the timer alerts TCP to take action. Main TCP timers. 1. Retransmission timer, RTO. If TCP sends a segment and does not get an acknowledgement, ACK, in time, this timer expires. TCP resends the segment. 2. Persistence timer. Prevents the connection from getting stuck when the receiver temporarily stops sending window updates. 3. Keep alive timer. Checks if the connection is still active when idle for a long time. 4. Time wait timer. Keeps the connection open for a short period after closing to ensure late packets don't cause problems. Example. If you send data and the ACK doesn't come back on time, maybe due to network delay, the retransmission timer fires and TCP resends it automatically. Easy trick to remember. TCP timers is equal to traffic signals. Manage timing, avoid collisions, and ensure smooth communication. Next important short question is 5. User Datagram Protocol, UDP. UDP is a simple, fast, and lightweight communication protocol used on the Internet. Unlike TCP, it does not provide reliability, ordering, or error correction. Because of this, UDP is much faster and perfect for applications where speed matters more than accuracy. Key features of UDP. 1. Connectionless. No handshake. Data is sent directly without checking if the receiver is ready. 2. No reliability. UDP does not check if the data reached or if it was correct. 3. Low overhead. Header is very small, only 8 bytes, making communication quick. 4. Best for real-time applications. Useful where small data loss is acceptable. Example. Apps like YouTube Live, Zoom online gaming, VoIP use UDP. If one video frame is lost, no problem, the next frame arrives instantly. Easy trick to remember. UDP is equal to ultra-fast delivery protocol. No guarantee, no checking, just fast delivery. Perfect when speed perfection. Next unit 4. Long questions. First important long question is 1. Process-to-process communication in TCP. In computer networks, communication happens not just between computers, but between applications, processes, running on those computers. This is called process-to-process communication. TCP plays a crucial role here, ensuring that data sent by one application reaches the correct application on the receiving device reliably. How it works. Every application or process is identified by a port number. Think of the port as a room number in a huge building, computer. The building is equal to computer. Room number is equal to port. Mailman is equal to TCP IP. When data arrives, TCP looks at the port number and delivers the information to the correct application. Example. Web browser port 80, HTTP. Email client port 25, SMTP. WhatsApp port 50 to 22, XMPP. Without port numbers, TCP would not know which process should receive the data, even if the computer is correct. Steps in process-to-process communication. 1. Source process, the application creating the data, example, sending an email. 2. Segmentation, TCP breaks data into segments for easier transport. 3. Encapsulation, Each segment gets a TCP header, which contains the source and destination port numbers. 4. Transmission. Segments travel through the network using IP. 5. Destination process. TCP at the receiving side looks at the port number and delivers the data to the correct application. Example in real life. Imagine sending a letter to a friend in a big apartment building. Apartment number is equal to port number. Building address is equal to IP address. Postal service is equal to TCP IP. Even if the letter reaches the correct building, IP, the postal service uses the apartment number, port, to deliver it to your friend, process. Key points to remember. TCP ensures reliable, in-order, error-free delivery. Port numbers make process-to-process communication possible. Without TCP and port numbers, data would reach the wrong application or get lost. Easy trick to remember. IP is equal to computer address, TCP port is equal to apartment number. TCP ensures your message goes exactly to the right application, not just the right computer. This is the foundation of all internet communication, from web browsing to online gaming and video calls. Next important long question is: 2. Services of TCP. Services of TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. TCP is one of the most important protocols in the Internet. It provides reliable, connection-oriented communication between two processes, applications, on different computers. TCP offers several key services that make data transmission safe, accurate, and organized. 1. Connection-oriented service. TCP is connection-oriented, meaning it establishes a connection before sending data. It uses a three-way handshake. 1. Sender sends SYN, synchronize. 2. Receiver responds with SYN ACK. 3. Sender replies ACK. This ensures both sides are ready. Example, like calling your friend and saying hello, ready to talk, before starting a conversation. 2. Reliable data transfer. TCP ensures that all data reaches the receiver without errors and in order. If any segment is lost or corrupted, TCP resends it. Example, when downloading a file, TCP guarantees that every byte arrives correctly, so your file isn't broken. 3. Flow control. TCP uses flow control to prevent the sender from overwhelming the receiver. The receiver tells the sender how much data it can handle at a time. Example, like passing water through a pipe, if the pipe is small, don't pour too fast. 4. Error control. TCP detects errors using checksums. If a segment is corrupted, TCP requests retransmission. Ensures the data is error-free. 5. Multiplexing, process-to-process communication. TCP uses port numbers to send data to the correct application. Example, sending a message to WhatsApp, port 50 to 22, instead of email, port 25, on the same device. 6. Ordered data transfer. TCP guarantees that segments arrive in the same order as sent. If they arrive out of order, TCP rearranges them. Example in real life. Downloading a video. TCP divides the video into segments, sends them in order, checks for errors, and adjusts the speed based on your device's capacity. You receive a complete, smooth video. Easy trick to remember. TCP is equal to reliable postman for the Internet. Connects. Checks for errors. Delivers in order. Adjusts flow to receiver. Ensures data reaches the right application. This is why TCP is the backbone of web browsing, email, file transfer, and video calls. Next important long question is: 3. TCP segment. In TCP, data from an application is broken into smaller units called segments before sending over the network. A TCP segment is like a packet with extra information that helps the receiver understand and process the data correctly. Structure of a TCP segment. A TCP segment has two main parts. 1. Header contains control information for managing communication. 2. Data, the actual information sent by the application. Key fields in TCP header. 1. Source port and destination port identify the sending and receiving applications, process-to-process communication. 2. Sequence number helps the receiver reassemble segments in order. 3. Acknowledgement number confirms successful receipt of data. 4. Data offset shows where the data starts in the segment. 5. Flags control the connection. SYN start a connection. ACK acknowledge receipt. FIN close the connection. 6. Window size for flow control tells how much data the receiver can accept. 7. Checksum detects errors in the segment. 8. Urgent pointer and options, optional fields for special purposes like prioritizing data. How TCP segment works. 1. The application passes data to TCP. 2. TCP adds a header and creates a segment. 3. The segment is sent to IP for delivery. 4. The receiver uses the header information to ensure the data is received correctly, in order, and delivered to the right application. Example. Imagine sending a big file via WhatsApp. TCP breaks the file into segments. Each segment carries sequence number, port, and checksum. The receiver rearranges segments and requests any missing or corrupted ones. Finally, you see the complete file without errors. Easy trick to remember. TCP segment is equal to envelope plus letter. Envelope is equal to header, information about sender, receiver, order, errors. Letter is equal to actual data from the application. Think TCP ensures your letter reaches the correct person, in order, safely, even if some parts get lost on the way. TCP segments are the building blocks of reliable communication on the Internet. Next important long question is 4. TCP options. TCP options are extra fields in the TCP segment header that provide additional features beyond the basic functionality. They are optional, meaning not every segment needs them, but they are very useful for advanced communication, improving performance, reliability, and efficiency. Purpose of TCP options. TCP options allow the sender and receiver to 1. Negotiate special features during connection setup. 2. Control data flow more efficiently. 3. Support large or high-speed networks. Common TCP options. 1. Maximum segment size, MSS. Defines the largest segment size that a device can accept. Helps prevent fragmentation. Example, if a device can handle 1000 bytes per segment, sending 2000 bytes would split the data into two segments. 2. Window scaling. Allows larger window sizes for flow control, important in high-speed networks. Enables TCP to send more data without waiting for acknowledgement. 3. Selective acknowledgement, SAC. Lets the receiver tell the sender exactly which segments were lost instead of asking for everything to be resent. Improves efficiency in unreliable networks. 4. Timestamp option. Helps measure round-trip time, RTT, and improve retransmission timing. Prevents old duplicate segments from being mistaken as new data. 5. NOP, no operation. Used for padding, ensuring the header aligns properly. How TCP options work? During connection setup, SYN phase, sender and receiver can exchange options. Options are then used to optimize the communication throughout the session. Example in real life. Imagine you are sending a large video file over WhatsApp. MSS ensures each packet is small enough for the network. SAT helps retransmit only missing pieces if packets are lost. Timestamps allow smooth timing, preventing delays or duplicates. Easy trick to remember. TCP options is equal to extra features special tools. Basic TCP is equal to standard car. TCE with options is equal to car with GPS, turbo boost, and safety features. Options make communication faster, safer, and smarter, especially in modern high-speed networks. TCP options are power tools that enhance the basic reliability and efficiency of TCP. Next important long question is 5. Flow control in TCP. Flow control is a technique used in TCP to ensure that the sender does not overwhelm the receiver with too much data at once. It helps maintain smooth and reliable communication between two devices, even if their processing speeds are different. Why flow control is important? A fast sender can send data quicker than the receiver can process. Without flow control, the receiver's buffer may overflow, causing data loss. Flow control ensures balanced data transfer, preventing congestion and errors. How TCP flow control works? TCP uses a method called sliding window protocol. 1. The receiver tells the sender how much data it can handle at a time, called window size. 2. The sender can only send data up to the window size before waiting for an acknowledgement, ACK. 3. After receiving ACKs, the sender slides the window forward and sends the next set of data. This process continues until all data is delivered reliably. Example. Imagine filling water into cups. Receiver is equal to cups. Sender is equal to water tap. Window size is equal to number of cups available. If the tap pours water faster than cups can hold, water overflows, data loss. TCP flow control adjusts the flow so the right amount of water fills the cups without spilling. Example in networking. Sending a large file over the internet. Receiver's buffer can hold 10 megabytes. TCP ensures sender transmits only 10 megabytes at a time until ACK confirms delivery. Key points to remember. Flow control prevents buffer overflow. Ensures reliable and orderly data transfer. Works dynamically, adjusting the flow based on the receiver's capacity. Easy trick to remember. Flow control is equal to traffic light for data. Green light is equal to send data. Red-yellow light is equal to slow down or wait. It keeps data moving smoothly, preventing crashes, losses, or congestion. TCP flow control is essential for applications like file transfer, video streaming, and online gaming, where reliable and balanced delivery is critical. Next important long question is 6. TCP connection. A TCP connection is a reliable link established between two devices or processes before they start exchanging data. TCP is connection-oriented, meaning communication only happens after a connection is properly established, ensuring that both sender and receiver are ready. How a TCP connection works. TCP uses a process called the three-way handshake to establish a connection. 1. SYN, synchronize. The sender requests a connection by sending a SYN message to the receiver. Think of it as saying, "Hello, I want to talk." 2. SYNACK, synchronize acknowledge. The receiver responds with a SYNACK message, acknowledging the request. It's like saying, "Okay, I'm ready to talk to." 3. ACK, acknowledge. The sender sends an ACK to confirm, completing the connection setup. Now both sides are ready to exchange data reliably. Once established, the connection ensures ordered, reliable, and error-checked delivery of data. Maintaining and closing the connection. TCP keeps the connection open while data is being transferred. After communication, the connection is closed using a 4-step termination process, FIN-ACK, ensuring both sides agree to disconnect. Example. Imagine calling your friend on the phone. You dial SYN, friend picks up. SYNACK, you say hello, ACK, conversation begins. After talking, you both hang up properly, FIN-ACK. In computer networks. Web browsing, HTTP/HTTPS. File transfer, FTP. Email, SMTP/IMAP. TCP connection ensures that every packet sent is received and acknowledged, avoiding data loss. Key points to remember. TCP is connection-oriented, requires setup before data transfer. Reliable guarantees delivery, order, and error checking. Flow and error control are part of the connection. Ensures smooth and safe communication between applications. Easy trick to remember. TCP connection is equal to phone call. Setup is equal to dial plus pickup plus hello. Communication is equal to talk. Termination is equal to hang up. This way, TCP ensures your data reaches the right place safely, completely, and in order, just like a proper phone conversation.